to do RDS lab, go to search window and type RDS. Click on that RDS name. Here you can click on DB instance, or you can simply click on create databases. Here I can either choose standard create or easy create. If I click on easy create, as you can see, the options are very minimal because I chose easy create. But I want to show you the options we are having to modify or work with RDS database. So I click on standard create. Here you can see in the bottom we have lot of engines available. So you can go with Aurora, PostgreSQL, MySQL, MariaDB. So I'm gonna go with MySQL for simplicity. Scroll down. Now here I can go with the community, the engine version. So I would like to go with the latest engine. So I can click on this. Whatever available, let's go with 35. Anyway, just a test environment only we are creating, so I don't worry about it. Next, we'll talk about the templates. See, in templates we have either production, development or testing or free tier. If you click on production, obviously in production it's recommended to have multi-AZ, DB cluster or DB instance or single instance, which is not recommended for production network. We can have development, we can have anything, but for free tier it allows only DB instance. So anyway, the cost wise it is same, so I'll go with the production and I can go with single DB instance. Scroll down, it has database name automatically came, leave it as it is, and I'm going to create a password for my SQL login. So I'll admin underscore 123. I'll say admin underscore 123. Scroll down. Now instance configuration, let's go with the one which is free version or cheap. I'll go with the basic one which says no free is available over. Free tier, nothing is there free. Let's go with the lowest one, 2V CPU or whatever it is called. Talking about storage, we can have provisional IOPS SSD, or we can have SSD GP2, which is the lowest one. Let's go with the lowest one because I don't want to charge my card a lot. Still I don't have 1V CPU or what? No, I don't have 2 CPUs or one I have. Okay. Now in storage also we can have auto scaling. I'll go with the minimum option of this one option. Storage also I can do auto scaling, so I can fix how much maximum threshold should be. But as of now I don't want, so I'll just uncheck this, not required. Scroll down. Now connectivity with EC2 instance, as of now I am not going to do this because it is not part of your AWS associate level training and it is not required also as of now. So either you can simply click on this and you can choose EC2 instance and they can talk, like I can run my application on EC2 and database I can connect using RDS. And as of now we'll go with don't connect. By default whatever VPC it's showing, I'll go with the same one. Now here I want to have public access because yes, I'm going to access my RDS through public network. So yes. Talking about VPC security, I can either click on create new or I can go with the existing one. Let's create a new and I will say I'll give a name called demo database MySQL. AZ you can choose if you want, but as of now I don't want a preference anything. I'll go with that one. And additional configuration. Here you can see the port number using which I'm going to access my database, which is 3306. This port number is very important. And regarding authentication, we have password authentication or using IAM or using Kerberos authentication. So I'm going to go with default one. Now there comes the monitoring. For monitoring, as I told you, we can have up to 7 days of retention for retention period, and I can go up to a lot of month, like 24 months also I can go. So as of now I'll just go with the 7 days retention, or even I turn it off because in lab I don't even want it. As of now you can see the cost became 127.13 USD. That's a big amount. Why? Let's check anything I can reduce. Let's see. Minimum is 20 GB. GP3 IO. Let's see if I go with this one. GP3 is also costly. 147, still same. How about IO 1? Ore, no. Let's go with that one itself. Other things are very much costly. I can go this one, GP2, 20 GB, that's it. Here, can I have any free tier? Nothing is there, right? Okay. Oh wait, burstable class includes T class. Let's click on this one. Burstable class. Oh, now you see I have 2V CPU. This is cheaper one, 2V CPU one. Now see a lot of difference. It became $14. Before I was choosing a standard M class or big one, 2V CPU, 8 GB of RAM with bandwidth network of 4750. It was charging $439. So while doing lab, guys, make sure to click on burstable class and then choose the lowest option what you have. But still they are providing 2000 Mbps. That's too much high. Okay. Now the last option, you have to click on the additional configuration. Now here you have to give the database name, which is very important when you try to log in using any applications. Okay. DB1. Now scroll down. This name will be using it, so don't forget Rhinos DB1. I'll copy and save it. I don't want to take backup. I don't want encryption. Uncheck. I don't want to enable anything. Enable deletion protection. This is very important, guys. I'll show you. Okay, let's create one database now. That's a huge step. See, you no need to go through each and every corner points here because it's not 100% for associate level training. Maybe in future, once you are full-fledged in database or working with database in real time, you may need to check on all the options given. This is going to take nicely 2 to 3 minutes. Let's wait for this to get created. Now meantime, I'll teach you how do I log into my this database or RDS. For that I have to use a tool. So I'll go to Google and type SQL Actron. You can download and install this DB instance client for any relational databases. You click on download GUI and you can install this particular application. So in my laptop I have already installed it. So I'm going to open that in some time. I'll show you how it looks like. Here it is. Let's close this. Cancel. Let's wait for some more time for this to come up. It is still creating. Still doing something. Ma, ma, யானேமா அம்மா கூப்பிடு. Okay, so I got the endpoint. ஃபோன் ஸ்விக்கி ஆர்டர் பாருங்கடா, உன்னை போட்டு போய்க்காரோம் அவ்வளோடா பசங்களா. So here you can see the it says some error. What happened? Unknown error. Not sure. So I got my endpoint DB, I got the port number, and I still remember my database name. So I have to click on SQL Electron, click on add. Here click on your database, here database name Rhinos DB1, then copy the endpoint will go in this place. Host name you can choose anything. I can say Rhinos new RDS. Click on MySQL, username admin, password is admin_123. Then click on test. Now I can see here the connection test is successful. It is connected successfully. You can click on save. Then click on connect. Now this will open your SQL database information. Now here you can run some SQL code. Here you can see I have run some small code where I'm going to create a table of employees, and I'm giving a primary key, name, department and salary, and I'm creating them in this format, and this will become a stored information on my network, on my database actually. So this proves that my relational database service in Amazon is working perfectly alright. So that's how you do the lab on RDS database.